Welcome back to the Narrative Mindset Podcast. The podcast where we explore stories that challenge how we see life, memory, and the choice that defines us. I'm your host, Gerald Tabb, coming to you from Detroit. Today's story is about to pull the past and the dangerous comfort it can bring. It's a story of love, loss, and the quiet truth we often overlook until it's almost too late. This is the elevator that only went to yesterday. The hum, always the hum. Not the whir of rusted gears, but something deeper, resonant, vibrating in the marrow of his bones. Elias Thorne, 67 years of dust and knowing, ran his hand across a scuffed brass plate, the word glowing softly, yesterday. No numbers, no floors, no buttons, just that single word. He'd found it in the derelict Fairmont building, a place scheduled for demolition. The city wanted progress, skyscrapers, glass, steel. But Elias saw history in the cracked plaster and faded laughter still clinging to the rafters. And here, hidden in what looked like an old servant's shaft, sat this impossible elevator. No wires, no controls, just the going word and the sound that it seemed to pull at the oldest part of him. Clara, always Clara. Her laughter, the warmth of her hand in his, gone so long ago. Elias stepped inside. The door slid shut with a sigh. He reached for the dial, turned it. Yesterday. The hum deepened. The world unraveled. Memories blurred together. Rain on hot asphalt. The chime of old bells. The taste of unshed tears. And then, the kitchen. Clara's kitchen. Yellow wallpaper peeling at the window. Cinnamon in the air. He looked down. Younger hands. A terrible floral tie from the 90s. Through the doorway, her, Clara. Flower on her cheek, humming softly. He stepped forward, and his foot got passed right through the floorboards. He was a ghost, an observer. He couldn't touch her, couldn't speak. The hum returned, tugging him back. Colors faded. Cinnamon dissolved into dust. He was in the elevator again. Old hands, ragged breath. And just like that, he was hooked. Days blurred. The Fairmont became his second home. Every trip brought him somewhere different. His father fixing a faucet. His teenage heartbreak. The day he proposed to Clara. The birth of their son. But what he wanted most, the day Clara died, never came. The elevator danced around it, teasing him with moments just before or after, never the day itself. Frustration turned to anger, anger to desperation. He cursed the brass walls, demanding answers from a machine that never spoke back. Then, one bleak morning, The elevator took him somewhere unexpected. A hospital waiting room, fluorescent lights, antiseptic air. He saw himself, younger, late 30s, head in his hands. This was the day his mother was in surgery, and the day he learned she was gone. But then Clara walked in, a thermos in one hand, sandwiches in the other. Her face fell as she saw him. She dropped everything and held him. And old Elias, watching as a ghost, realized he had forgotten this. Not the grief, not the loss, but the way she held him up when he couldn't stand on his own. The hum returned, but this time it waited. Back in the elevator, Elias understood. It wasn't about changing the past. It was about truly seeing it. The unfiltered truth, the quiet acts of love, the moment between moments. He realized he didn't need the worst day replayed. He needed to remember the infinite days that made her who she was. And so, he stepped out of the elevator for the last time. The hum stopped. Or maybe he simply stopped listening. Elias had enough yesterdays. It was time to live in the present, and maybe even tomorrow. And that's today's story. In life, we sometimes chase the past, thinking it holds the answers. But more often, the truth is already with us, not in the moment we lost someone, but in all the moments we truly had them. This has been the Narrative Mindset. Until next time, I'm Gerald Tabb. Remember, yesterday can teach you, but today is where you live.